Her almost 3 years as Prime Minister has been measured out in statements in front of this famous door. But today she came out to say the one thing she's bitterly resisted, that she's failed in her mission to take us out of the European Union, and it's goodbye.
I have done everything I can to convince MPs to back that deal. Sadly, I have not been able to do so. I tried 3 times. I believe it was right to persevere, even when the odds against success seemed high. But it is now clear to me that it is in the best interests of the country for a new Prime Minister to lead that effort.
Now, she's not actually quitting today, but in a fortnight when she'll formally stand down as Tory leader, and she'll probably continue as caretaker Prime Minister till the end of July. Her successor won't have an easy time, she warned.
To succeed, he or she will have to find consensus in Parliament where I have not. Such a consensus can only be reached if those on all sides of the debate are willing to compromise.
She's acutely aware she's leaving her party in a mess, having probably come 4th or even 5th in elections to the European Parliament, whose results will be announced on Sunday.
I know that the Conservative Party can renew itself in the years ahead, that we can deliver Brexit and serve the British people with policies inspired by our values. But the unique privilege of this office is to use this platform to give a voice to the voiceless, to fight the burning injustices that still scar our society.
Now, she'd like to be remembered for putting a priority on improving support for victims of domestic abuse, increasing mental health funding. But her time in office was all about Brexit, and in failing to deliver it, history may not be generous to her, and she couldn't hide her disappointment.
I will shortly leave the job that it has been the honour of my life to hold. The second female Prime Minister, but certainly not the last. I do so with no ill will, but with enormous and enduring gratitude to have had the opportunity to serve the country I love.
Oh crikey, says an anxious husband, Philip May, her constant and most loyal support. She first arrived here because another Tory Prime Minister decided that losing the original Brexit referendum was also a failure too far.
I know what it feels like when you come to realise that your leadership time has finished, that the country needs a new leader, and it's extremely difficult and painful to step outside Downing Street and to say those things. But I think she is and she was a dedicated public servant. She worked incredibly hard on our behalf. I think she deserves our gratitude for that, and this will be a very difficult day.
But one of her arch critics won't apologise for booting out her Brexit and her.
It was a very bad deal. So, no, I don't regret the fact that I opposed the deal. And I think this is an opportunity to have something preferable, including leaving without a deal.
And what does her official opponents say should happen next?
The reality is a new Conservative leader isn't going to solve the problem. There has to be another opportunity for the people of this country to decide who they want to be in their government, how they want the government to be run, what the long-term strategy is of that government. I think we need a general election.
A special relationship, a special friend who's not always that helpful to her, and he's coming to visit very soon.
I feel badly for Theresa. I like her very much. She's a good woman. She worked very hard. She's very strong. She decided to do something that some people were surprised at, some people weren't. It's for the good of her country, but I like her very much.
So a new life beckons for her, and he's wondering who'll be looking after him in just a few weeks. Robert Peston, News at 10.